Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. I'm Corn, and I've been putting together some ornaments for my mini Christmas tree that is in white, that I put two of the white Christmas trees from Dollar Tree together to make one. And I had some spaces that I wanted to do some more ornaments, transform them from the Dollar Tree and from Hobby Lobby to look like gnomes. And I thought, hopefully, the last time I tried to do this with larger ornaments, my video failed. So here's hoping we can do this. Now let me show you first what the guides look like. Okay, here they are. Here's one. Here's another one. And this one's from Dollar Tree, and this one is from Hobby Lobby. That's what they look like. And I have some more. I'll try to show you real quick. And I thought maybe we could try to put one together. I have to get things, especially when they're this small, I have bad eyesight and I have to get things very close to my eyes. So I was hoping to do one with the larger Christmas bulbs, but couldn't do it. These, I forget how many because I had to take them out of the pack. See, sometimes they have little dents in them and stuff because they're not styrofoam. The ones from Hobby Lobby are styrofoam, but these are not. These are hollow and plastic. And you can take the little tops off is what I usually do. They look like this. I usually take them off. And it's just a matter of turning them. And they came in two colors. They also came in the white and this pink and gold. Because I love pink and gold together. And I don't remember how many, probably 10 or more in those tubes. But also you're going to need, what I work with on the minis is felt, embroidery floss. I do have a little trim from Hobby Lobby, and I will bring that out in a minute and show you when we start to work with it. I do have some polyfill because I like my hats to stay, you know what I mean, not to wobble around. I like them filled with the polyfill. And that's coming from an older pillow that we no longer use. I'm using these teeny tiny little pom-poms from Dollar Tree. I can show you those. Okay. The little white ones. So much fun. And as you've already guessed, this tree I'm putting together for my husband Handsome and I. It's Shabby Chic and all in those mint greens and pinks and everything. And I have a little darker green too, but that's also in the blue green, you know. A few things that I've pulled. Let me see, can you see those? Yeah. A few things that I pulled to maybe put on to decorate the hat that we're going to work on today. And I think we're ready to go. So first off, I do the beards. And here's a beard already cut. And it's, I do kind of round the edges. And this one is, let's see, it is 1 inch by 1 inch. This is 1 inch square with the faux fur from Joann Fabrics, actually. So this is what I do. It's cut like this. And then, yes, I use my good scissors that I always use for fussy cutting, but they are the best to do the trimming on the beards because here's one thing. There's so many videos about making gnomes, and everybody will tell you don't just cut it, you know. Don't just cut it like you would regular fabric because you're missing out on all this luscious fur. But what I'm going to say is I like it this way. But if you like it the other way, do it exactly like you want it. You know, it's your creation. If that's the way you like it, then do it. But for me, the thing is, a lot of people come and they have X-Acto knives, and that's the way they cut theirs. And some will tell you don't ever use scissors. But for me, I work better with scissors. So what I do, and you can actually, I hope it's showing, you can actually see the scissor blades behind it. And I just do like so. And again, if you're not seeing those blades, then pick them up and make sure you're right next to that fabric. And just, you're going to go and just take those nice edges off. And then you'll pull like that. This comes off. What I do is that you can pull it out, because you are going to get some fur flying, as you see. And I also take my comb that I got from Dollar Tree in my mint green and just comb it. You know, sometimes you get more, sometimes not. Okay, so we've got our beard. I work with, the glues I work with, I forgot to tell you, I work with a Surebonder hot glue. I also do hand stitching. I also work with gem tack for decorations, and I also work with Fabrifix or Fabri-Tac, okay? All of those glues when it comes to these. Okay, so we've got our beard. That's all ready to roll. Okay, oh, forgot to show you. And I also, for their nose, Hampton Art put these out. You get a 60 pack of adhesive pearls. I do take the adhesive backing off because I don't always trust it to stay where it's supposed to stay. And so what I do is I take that off, and then I put the gem tack on it, okay? And I've been using the larger of these. These, I don't know if you can still get them, but you used to be able to get them at Walmart for less than $1, okay? So when it comes to cutting out the felt, as you see, the way I do it, some people don't do it like this, some do. The objective is to get a triangle, but as you see, my triangle looks a little funny because I do, especially since these bulbs, I go ahead and measure them, put the tape measure around them, and then that will be the length. And then the height, because this is they're going on a mini tree, I don't want a lot of times I love a very tall hat for the gnomes, but not this time. So what I do, this ended up, I'm pretty sure 2 inches. Yeah, this is 2 inches high by 5. So this felt came from Hobby Lobby for 33 cents. And this one, I don't remember where I got this one. This is the one we're going to work on today. But as you see, it's a lot thicker. I go ahead and do the outline stitch if I've got a thinner felt like this. See, this is see how thick this is compared, even when you double it up, you can tell. See, hopefully, let me get it close so you can see. So last time, when we were in the craft room, I was doing the outline stitch. But this time, because this is so thick, look how thick that is. As you see, I'm trying to mimic the sewing machine. No, is it like a sewing machine? No, because is it perfect? No. But, so let me try to get it close to you guys. So what you do, you've already, I've already done this much because it takes forever for me to craft. And if you've been here before, you know that. I'm not good. Now, quick. If you want somebody quick, it's Patty J. Good, and I will list her her channel down below because she is very, very quick, and she's very, very good. So, makes darling gnomes. Okay, so then it's a matter of coming up here, going back down, and the hole that you came up in. And since this is so thick, I do pull it tight, not too tight, but I do pull it tight. So again, we're going to go up, whoops, try to stay in our line, and then go down right where we came up before, so that you're not missing any spaces. Now these stitches do get a workout for me because I really do like to stuff them with that polyfill. So, so then I take my clip out as we're going up to the top. And what I'm working with is embroidery floss, and I use 2 of the threads instead of 6. And I not only separate them, strands, I not only separate them, but I mean, even when I get the 2 out of the 6, I actually separate the 2 also, so that it's a nice smooth look. And even if I'm the only one that can see it, I know it's there. You know what I mean? Do you all ever do that? It's like, well, I know. Okay. It feels a little funny doing these for us, but I did my other minis for us too, for our, what I'm going to call my gnome tree. It's not 100% gnomes, but it's everyone that I made in mini and Shabby Chic will be on it. And then when we get to the end, I go ahead and come up in this last hole, and then I come in like so, and then pull my needle through, and of course it went where it wasn't supposed to go. Of course, because I'm on video and that doesn't happen. Why is that so? Whenever you're on video, things mess up, but it's supposed to be over here. Well, let's work with it. Let's just go with it. And then I go again. And most people would say, okay, 2 knots is fine, but I don't do that. I go for 3. Okay. Then cut that off. Then we'll put, I have a needle that I like the best. I have bunches of needles through the years. I mean, many, many years. But I just love one in particular to sew the felt with. Now, there's other things you can put up here, but if you do paper crafts and you have a stylus, that goes up here nicely because this is a nice smooth ball, you know. And so you're not, see how I said there'll be stress on those stitches? See? Because I put them through the paces. Now, other people will tell you to go ahead and would tell you to cut it in a way where you don't get this in the back, you know, like what I call its tail in the back. I love it. Excuse me, I like this. That's why I cut it that way. I think it's cool looking, but that's my own opinion. But a lot of other people, instead of having it straight across, they would have it more, let's see, I don't have a, here. They would go from here, you know what I mean? They would do like a little semicircle there. So, we're going to work with this white one. And like I said, even though it has a little dent in it, that's okay because it stays with me. And I'm going to put that little dent towards the back. In fact, I might be able to cover it up with this. You know? Let's see. Yep. See, I can cover it up. So it's all good. So let's try to keep him just like that. What I have them on in order to work with them is some washi tape from years ago. It's like 4 years old. But it's glitter washi tape, and they fit on there so I can see what I'm doing. And let me see, do I have any? I've got a little bit of fiber fill, not fiber, polyfill over here. If you don't want this, if you don't like this, you can take like some heavy duty scissors and cut that off. But I'm going to leave it be. So, and when it comes to stuffing such a tiny hat, the top of it, I only do, at the very beginning, I only do like that because, you know, you don't need much in the top of it. So that starts us out. And then I like going ahead. I do pull this apart. I prefer doing it with my fingers. You know, other people will have, I also have this dowel that you can do it with, but when it comes to these little tiny ones, this is fine, you know, and trying to keep it smooth. Sometimes that's easier than other times. So let's see, so we'll just keep filling this up. And like I said, I like it really packed in there, but to the point where there's not a lot here because I do use my glue gun to place the hat on there, and I don't like getting the polyfill or the beard anywhere near that glue gun. It kind of messes it up, you know? Okay. So then, once I get it to where I think it should be, I go ahead and try it out. And if I can still, you know, get this over, because this holds on. These are glittered. And yes, the ones from Dollar Tree, not the ones from Hobby Lobby, they didn't shed too much. But the glitter, the ones from Dollar Tree, I had to use 2 types of hairspray that I got from Dollar Tree. First off, I think it was Pantene, and it was still sprayed them really good before the freezing weather came. And it still was, some of the glitter was coming off, and I was like, I don't want that. So I got out the big guns. I got out White Rain. And it was like, okay. So it has a tendency to stick since they've got the glitter on them. But I just want to make sure that that this can come down over the little nose, you know? Okay. So we'll put this over here. We'll get out, speaking of little nose, and in case you're wondering, I'm also, I mean, I would have to tell you all this anyway, but I'm also hoping that my glue gun is really ready to go. And this is me getting off the backing of that adhesive backing off of the pearl. And I got quite a few of these because these pearls look so wonderful with vintage items, you know. And I like it because they also look, you know, flesh tones come in all different colors, thank God. And this is, as you see, is a darker one. And I like that. Okay. So, we've got that. Whoops. And it's going to want to stick to me. Oh, now it's going to want to stick to the beard. I thought I got most of it off. Okay. And I go ahead and I do this with the beard to get everything away from it so that when I do put my hot glue on the top of it, I just put it across here, that it will not be messing with the faux fur. Okay. So we said because of our dent right there, we're going to put it here. And I just, my glue gun is definitely ready, which is great. I just put it from here to here, okay? And then I'm going to place it right about there, not too far down. And if you're worried about your fingers, these are Dollar Tree. You can just do like so. And what I do, you do not have to do this, but I just put a little bit of hot glue right in the middle of the bottom of his beard. Just a little bit. Okay. And down. Okay. So, what I like to do next, I've already got glue on my fingers. So what I like to do next is find the middle of his cute beard and go. You don't have to do this either. You can just glue the nose directly on, or if you feel better about it, bypassing the faux fur a little bit, then go ahead, find that middle, comb the faux fur on either side. Excuse me. And I do have, this is the glue that I have inside of here. It is called, by Beacon, it's called Gem Tack. Thank you, Heather, for telling us about it. And it is a permanent glue, and it's talking about bonding rhinestones, crystals, sequins, and more to fabric and accessories. And so far, so good. So that's why I'm showing you. And that's why I'm doing it with my little, I don't think I got all the adhesive off the back. With my little pearl. Uh-oh. I found it. So I put this in here because it has to go on such a small, you know, such a small little gem. And so we're going to put it, oh, hoot, I got still my finger. Great. That can happen. That can happen because it's so tiny, and as you see, I have large hands, and I thank God for my large hands, but they don't always come in handy. And because I use this so much with the mini stuff, I have this hanging upside down on my desk. But I go ahead and keep my thumb here to just give it a, because it doesn't dry as quick as your hot glue, and when we put the hat on, it's going to be, you know what I mean, it'll tug a little bit at it when I do the back, so I'm going to keep my thumb there for a little while. And this is when I can say, how are you all doing? I hope everybody's doing great, and I'm sure everybody is as busy as everybody else with the holidays. I tell you, I'm exhausted. I really am. I really am. I did something different this year, and whew, I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. And you know, when it comes to the holidays, you do have a deadline, you know, and ooh-wee. So let's see if we like, yeah, see, we can still kind of smush the hat over the nose. Now you'll see me take the beard, and again, I'm trying to get all of this faux fur away from the hot glue gun. Don't get near me. So let's see, and where my little boo-boo is in the back, we want to cover that up, so, yeah. So what I do, I get it to where what I want, okay? And then that goes back up. Then I go from the beard, right at the tip of the nose, back to the beard, and just stop. And then push it over that cute little nose. And yep, I put too much on, and I just burnt my finger. Okay. And that's okay, that if some of the glue comes out because of that little trim we're going to use, we're okay. And that's where I burnt myself. And yes, I should have put my little finger protector on you. If you're thinking that, then you're right. And I usually just go ahead and keep pushing down there. Now you can, I won't take his little mustache out yet and do all that stuff yet, because we still need to, I don't know what I just did, but we still need to put the trim on. So I try, you know, I try not to do anything to the beard until all the hot gluing is done. Okay, so down we go. We've covered that boo-boo. And I'll keep my hand there. Okay. So, and as you know, when it comes to the hot glue, if you've made a mistake, this won't show, but I'm going to do this anyway to show you all. Just cut it. You can cut it off. Okay. Alrighty. So again, I'm going to pull this like this. Now I'll show you what we're going to use. We're going to use Further Love by Yarn Bee, and in white. And what they have, I'll show you. I didn't know it when I bought it. But what it is, they have taken and intertwined 3 separate strands. Look at this. Okay? I had no idea until I went to glue it on one of my gnomes, and I noticed a piece wasn't gluing down, and I was like, what is going on? And this is what I found out. There's 3. So I separated them for these little gnomies. I separated them, and this is what I got. Now, is it a lot of fun? Because after being curled around the others, is it curly? Yes, very. But if you have patience, you can see right here. See the line? Hopefully I'm showing it close enough. But what I have to do is just glue a little and then untwist, a little, untwist, you know, that type of thing. And you can see how much is coming off of here. At the very end, each end, once you go all the way around, I go ahead and take this stuff off, because if I don't, at the very end, it will come off when I'm trying to glue them together. Okay? So where I start is right here in the back. Okay? And I just want to make sure that I have my fur away from the piece I need to glue down. Okay. And I go from here, from the very end, about to there. Okay. And you're going to put it in there. And then kind of pat it down. Okay. And then again, we're making sure we're not too twisted. And then I put another little dab of glue here, across the nose, and just a little bit on this side. Because we're going to go there, there, and there. Okay. And the faux fur will protect your finger, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm not wearing mine. Protector. Okay. Oh, we're still going, but making sure that we can take the fur back, if you see what I'm doing. So when we glue it, I'll just glue right down. And then, let's see, are we still, yeah. We're still untangled. And we should go to about, I'm going to cut it here. And sometimes, some people actually go over, you know, come over that way, but I personally don't like that. Look, that's myself. You do whatever you want. But I did cut it a little long. Okay. fur out of the way. And then right down to the peak. Okay. Alrighty. And now we can go ahead and do his little mustache and his beard. Give this one a little mustache. Okay. And I like a little pink around his nose showing, but you can fiddle with it, you know, to where you don't have to. And let's see here. Boop. And then he gets a tiny little pom-pom. And just a tiny touch. That's why this is such a great glue gun, because it will let you put just a dab of hot glue on it. It's made here in the U.S. and I highly recommend it. No, not sponsored. Just telling y'all what works for me. Okay. Now, let's see. Can you all see? Let me get up and see what you... Okay. Now, we have choices. Okay. We can just put a big old bow. That's cute. That's cute. Or we can put, I don't remember where the bow's from, but this is from Walmart. A little ribbon flower in white and have it all just pink and white. We can do this ribbon flower from Walmart that has some bling and some pearls, and do it in 2 shades of pink and white. Ooh. And I don't have that yet. It's not one of them. That's kind of cute. Let's put this out for a definite maybe. I have used one of the little appliques before, but in different colors. So that's a possibility. How about that bow? Make it a pink and green that way. That's kind of cute. We also have a small little, if I can pick it up, little pink rose that I got off of Amazon. That's kind of pretty. We could do some, I have some leaves that I could put there. That's a maybe. And you all have seen this. I think 2 of them have these in different colors. That applique. That's cute. Or, last but not least, we can do this one. Now, that green is wrong for the leaves. You know how they put the little, that's a ribbon rose with the little olive green leaves. Usually I take them off. If you look on the back, you can see where they're sewn on. I usually take them off. And then put my own green leaves in the mint. I don't know, you know what I'm leaning towards? I'm leaning towards this little fella. I think that's cute. Plus the bling will show. Let's do that one. Okay? Now, I have 2 options. I can go ahead and put it on with hot glue, because it's just a matter of putting the hot glue right there, and boom. Or I can use the Fabri-Tac. On my appliques and my trims and stuff, it's the Fabri-Tac, or Fabri-Fix is on the bottle right now. But this, since you can only, because otherwise I'd have to glue it down like so, and that would look kind of weird. This just gets glued on right in the middle. So let's do that. Let's just go ahead, it'll save some time. And we'll do a little dab of hot glue, or just a dab. Okay. We'll try to center it over that cute little nose. And he's done, y'all. Okay. Except you can do two things. I haven't done them yet. I have some gold thread that I can just thread my needle with and come right about here, go through, loop it, and that's how it would go on the tree. Or you can also take, like I did on my other mini gnomes, remember that I did with the fingers of gloves, and that's with ribbon. Let me see if I can find it. It would be this thin, you know, it would be just a very thin ribbon that you can glue together and then glue on the back, okay? And hang them up that way. That's what I did with my other ones. And we're finished, guys, except for me doing that hook on the back. And I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me. And I'm hoping that you guys have the best afternoon, evening, or morning. And take good care. Bye-bye, everybody.